Hello dear students, today we will start a new chapter, so that's one is oscillation. Dear students, before going to this oscillation, first we know that periodic motion. Okay, the first concept we consider that periodic motion. Okay, so periodic motion, it means a particle which repeats in a regular interval of a time. So that's when we consider that a periodic motion. For example, here we consider that this one is a Earth is so moon continuously revolving around the moon Earth. So this moon continuously revolving around the Earth. So this one we consider that a periodic motion because so this motion continuously repeated at a regular interval of a time. Another one we consider that so Earth continuously revolving around the Sun. So that is also periodic motion. Another one we consider that a simple harmonic motion. So simple harmonic motion. It means a to and fro motion. For example, here we consider that this one is a thread and this one is an object. If you apply, it means this thread tied with this object. If you apply some force to this object, then what happens? It start to oscillate. So this is also we consider that a periodic motion. Another one example we consider that suppose if we consider that a spring, if you suspend some amount of a mass, for example, here we consider that so this one is a spring. If you apply some amount of a mass to this spring, then what happens? Spring start to oscillate. It means to vibrate. So that is also we consider that a periodic motion. It means a periodic motion means which motion repeated again regular interval of a time. So that's when we consider that a periodic motion. And next one we consider that oscillatory motion. Okay, so oscillatory motion. So oscillatory motion means a to and a fro motion. To and a fro motion. For example, here we consider that as this one is a simple pendulum. It means so this is a rigid surface and here we consider that one of the thread and here we consider that object. Okay, so this object is present in a mean position. It means it is in a rest position. When you apply some amount of a force to this object, then what happens? So this object start to oscillate. Yes, start to oscillate means a to and a fro motion. To and a fro motion. So that's what we consider that oscillatory motion. It means so this object it start to move forward and backward. So that's what we consider that oscillatory motion. It means the motion which a particle shows a to and a fro motion. To and a fro motion. So that's what we consider that oscillatory motion. Another one we consider that a period. So period, it means, so this one is a time. Period means a time. For example, object it is in a circular motion. Object it is in a circular motion. It means how much time taken to complete one circle. How much time taken to complete one circle. So that's what we consider that a time period. For example, here we consider that it is traveling along the wave format. How much time taken to complete one wave? How much time taken to complete one circular motion or one rotatory motion? So that's what we consider that a period. It means how much time taken to complete one oscillation, complete one to and a fro motion. For example, so this one is initial position. For here we consider that rigid surface. So initially we consider that this one is object. Okay, so this object, so this one we consider that initial position and it start to oscillate. Yes, it start to oscillate and reaches this particular position. Then afterwards, so this object come to its original position, How much time taken to complete one oscillation, or complete one circle, or complete one waves? So that's when we consider that a period. And this period always represented by capital T. Why? Because period means a time. Another one concept, so that's when we consider that a frequency. It is represented by nu, or sometimes small f. Both are same, frequency. So frequency, it means time taken to complete one rotation, time taken to complete one revolution, time taken to complete one circle, time taken to complete one wave, time taken to complete one oscillation. So that's what we consider that a frequency. For example, here, suppose one of the object complete one circle. So it's complete one circle, and how much time taken to complete one circle? So that's when we consider that frequency. It is one revolution, or one wave, or one circle, or one rotation. So that's when we consider that a frequency. For example, time taken to complete one circle is 1 second. So this reason it's a frequency value, we consider that 1 hertz. Within 1 second, so this object complete 2 circles. So that's when we consider that a 2 hertz. Frequency value 2 hertz. Within 1 second, object completes 1,000 circles. It means 1,000 revolution, 1,000 waves. So this reason, so frequency we consider that a 1,000 hertz. Is another one definition. So frequency means number of revolution per second, number of circle per second. So that's when we consider that a frequency. Number of revolution, number of waves, number of circle, number of oscillation, number of rotation in 1 second. So that's when we consider that a frequency. Okay, so this object completes one circle in 1 second. So this one we consider that a frequency value 1 hertz. So 2 circles in 1 second. So frequency value 2 hertz. And 1,000 circles, or 1,000 waves, or 1,000 revolution, or 1,000 rotation in 1 second. So that's when we consider that a 1,000 hertz. So this one we consider that a frequency value. Or 1,000 oscillation in 1 second. So that's one we consider that a 1,000 hertz. And another one we consider that another one concept, relation between time and frequency. Relation between time and frequency, T and nu. Okay, so frequency is equal to 1 by T. It means a time period is always a reciprocal with a frequency. And a frequency and a time period both are reciprocal to each other. Why? Because suppose the time value increases, automatically frequency decreases. For example, 20 oscillation in 2 seconds, 20 rotation in 2 seconds. It means a frequency value we consider that 10 hertz. Suppose a 20 oscillation in 4 seconds. 20 oscillation in 4 seconds. It means a 20 divided by 4. It means a frequency value we consider that a 5 hertz. Suppose the 20 oscillation only in 1 second. 20 oscillation present in 1 second. So frequency value we consider that a 20 hertz. It means whenever time value increases, automatically frequency value decreases. So this reason, frequency and time period both are inversely proportional to each other. So this one we consider that a relation between a frequency and a time period. And next one we consider that angular frequency. So angular frequency. So before going to angular frequency, first we know that angular displacement. Angular displacement. It means Here we consider that this one is a circle, and this one we consider that origin or center point, and here we consider that particle, and here the particle changes its position from A to B. Particle changes position A to B. Okay, so here we consider that one of the angle theta is, and here we consider that a path length, and this one we consider that a radius is, and here angular frequency, it means angular velocity or angular frequency. Angular velocity, it means it is represented by omega. Is, it means angular velocity is equal to angular displacement divided by time. So that's what we consider that angular velocity. So theta we consider that angular displacement, t means a time period. Okay, so this reason angular frequency, it means you already know that. So time period is inversely proportional to the frequency. 1 by t is nothing but nu. So this reason, so this one we can write it as a omega is equal to theta into 1 by t. Okay, so this reason omega is equal to theta into nu, or we consider that theta into f. Okay, suppose so this object completes the one circle. So circumference of the circle we consider that 2 pi. Total here we consider that theta value is 360. Complete one cycle means so theta value 360. So this reason omega we consider that omega is equal to theta into f. So theta value is 2 pi into f. Okay, so this one we consider that angular frequency. Omega is equal to 2 pi into f. Why here we consider that 2 pi? Because object complete one complete circle. So when object completes one circle means theta we consider that 360. So this reason omega is equal to 2 pi into f. Okay. So next one we consider that amplitude. Next concept, amplitude. So amplitude means suppose if you consider that a wave. So this one is a wave. Wave means periodic disturbance. Wave means periodic disturbance. Okay, so here we consider that this one is a particle. It shows wave nature, or we consider that a to and fro motion. So this one is a positive half of the cycle, and this one we consider that a negative half of the cycle. So this one is positive half of cycle and a negative half of a cycle. And here amplitude means so this one we consider that a mean position. So this one is mean position. Its value always we consider that as 0. Is okay. So here, so this one is particle reaches maximum position. It means so this one is a peak level. Yes, so this reason maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. Maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. So this one we consider that amplitude. And here also we consider that particle. So this one we consider that just a displacement of the particle. And this maximum displacement we consider that amplitude. So maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. Maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. So this one is amplitude. And here also we consider that maximum displacement in a negative order is maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. So that's when we consider that amplitude. And next one, mean position. So mean position means equilibrium position. So this one is mean position, equilibrium position. For example, here in oscillation, for example, so simple pendulum, we consider that a simple pendulum. So this one is the initial position. When you apply the force, then what happens? Its a position changes. It reaches maximum displacement, again comes to the mean position, again in this direction also reaches a maximum position. So this position we consider that extreme position. These two are extreme position, and this one is a mean position. Okay, mean position, its value always we consider that as 0. Why? Because suppose here Mean position. Okay, so this one is a mean position. Initially, it is in a mean position. When you apply the force, it reaches extreme position. It means positive extreme position. Okay, it reaches positive extreme position. Positive extreme position. Afterwards, it comes to the equilibrium position. It means mean position. Okay, it comes to the mean position. Again, it comes to the negative half of the cycle. Negative half of the cycle, and it reaches extreme position. Again, comes to the mean position. At mean position value, displacement we consider that as 0. Displacement d is equal to 0. At extreme position, so displacement value is a maximum. Displacement value maximum. Extreme position. At mean position, so displacement always we consider that as 0. It means it is a equilibrium position. And next concept, simple harmonic motion. It means SHM, simple harmonic motion. So this one is the main part. Simple harmonic motion. SHM, simple harmonic motion. Okay, so simple harmonic motion means so this type of motion is directly proportional to the, it means the acceleration of the particle is directly proportional to the displacement. It means a particle shows in oscillatory motion. Particle shows oscillatory motion. The acceleration of a particle is directly proportional to the displacement. For example, here we consider that a simple pendulum. And this one is a mean position. Okay, mean position. When you apply the force, then what happens? So this bob is displaced. Okay, so this one is the extreme position. It reaches extreme position. When you apply the force, then what happens? So this bob is displaced and it reaches extreme position. It means maximum displacement. Okay, when it reaches extreme position, then afterwards come to the mean position. When it reaches extreme position, then afterwards it comes to the mean position. Okay, so this acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement. Why? Because whenever displacement increases, automatically acceleration is also increases. For example, here we consider that as so simple pendulum. If you apply the force, then what happens? It reaches extreme position. It means it shows maximum displacement. Afterwards, if you just leave it, then what happens? It comes to the mean position with a maximum acceleration. So this reason, whenever displacement increases, automatically acceleration is also increases. So this reason, so acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement. So this one is a one thing. And another thing, so this acceleration, direction of acceleration towards the mean position. It's always towards the mean position. Why? Because when it reaches extreme position, again comes to the mean position. Again comes to the mean position. It means the direction we consider that towards the mean position. So this reason, when a particle shows oscillatory motion, the particle acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, and the direction, its acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, and the direction of acceleration towards the mean position. Direction of acceleration towards the mean position. So direction of acceleration towards the mean position. One is acceleration directly proportional to the displacement, and the second condition we consider the direction towards the mean position. So which direction? So acceleration direction towards the mean position. So this one we consider that simple harmonic motion. SHM, simple harmonic motion. It means a particle shows oscillatory motion. The particle acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, and direction of acceleration towards the mean position. So this one is a simple definition of a harmonic motion, simple harmonic motion. And here we consider that it shows some characteristics. So characteristics of SHM. This means simple harmonic motion. The first characteristic, so we consider that so this simple harmonic motion is a periodic motion. So this one is a periodic motion. It means a to and fro motion. It's presence of a to and fro motion, then we get a displacement and a acceleration. So this reason, so first condition or first characteristics we consider that so simple harmonic motion is a periodic motion. And the second one we consider that it is a to and fro motion. To and fro motion. Because of so this one is a oscillatory motion. So this reason, the second characteristics we consider that it is a to and fro motion. And next characteristics, so acceleration of this simple harmonic motion is directly proportional to the displacement. It means the particle acceleration directly proportional to the displacement. And the last characteristics we consider that direction towards the mean position. It means particle direction. It means acceleration direction towards the mean position. So totally here we consider that 4 characteristics of a simple harmonic motion. And next one, linear simple harmonic motion. I will write here only. Harmonic motion. A particle moves along a linear path. It means it is a motion. The particle moves along a linear path. So particle moves along a linear path. It means, for example, here we consider that this one is a spring. I will draw here. So this one is a spring. If you suspend some amount of mass here, then what happens? Spring shows a linear motion. It means a vibration. So this one we consider that a linear simple harmonic motion. Another one is angular simple harmonic motion. Angular harmonic motion. So angular harmonic motion means the particle shows circular path. It means the motion of a particle along a circular path. So that's when we consider that angular harmonic motion. Why? Because when particle it is in a circular path, then only we get a theta value. It means angle of rotation. So that's when we consider that angular harmonic motion. And next concept we consider that a displacement equation of SHM. Displacement equation of SHM. Displacement equation of SHM. Displacement equation of a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so displacement equation of a simple harmonic motion. So here we consider that the simple thing. Suppose here we consider that this one is a circle. Okay, circle. And this one is the center of the circle. And here we consider that this one is the object. And this position we consider that this one is a x. Is a position, initial position. When it start to rotating along the circular path, and here we consider that position P. Okay. And here we consider that diameter. And here initial position, and it reaches point P. Okay. You already know that the maximum displacement of the particle. So that's when we consider that amplitude A. So this one is a mean position, and this one is a maximum displacement. So here we consider that this one is a amplitude A. Okay. And this object traveling along a positive y-axis. Suppose here we consider that this one is a C. It means this distance we consider that as C. Okay. So this one is we consider that Q. And along x-axis, so this distance we consider that as X. Okay. So this distance we consider that X, and this one is a Y. It means X value here. This one is a X distance. Suppose here we consider that D, and O to Q we consider that A because of the amplitude. O to P, so that is also amplitude. And O to C we consider that displacement along the positive y-axis. X we consider that displacement along the positive x-axis. Okay, so this simple harmonic motion is expressed by using some trigonometric function. One is a sine, another one is a cos. Okay, so here we consider that angular displacement theta and this theta both are same. So this reason here we consider that triangle OPC. In this triangle, here we consider that a sine function. Why? Because so this simple harmonic motion is always represented by the sine and a cos functions. So this reason here we consider that so sine function. Why? Because so this one is a path of a particle, and these are we consider that a foot of the particles. It means a displacement along y-axis, displacement along x-axis, and this one we consider that a amplitude. So that's why how much distance covered by a particle along positive x-axis or positive x-axis or positive y-axis. So this one we consider that oscillatory motion. Suppose, so this is also oscillatory motion. For example, so this particle completes one circle. Suppose one complete circle. Then what happens here? For example, so this one we consider that a foot and this one is particle. Okay, so here like that. It means, so this region value 0, then again y-axis, then maximum displacement. Again here we consider that 0. It means mean portion. When particle comes to the mean portion, its value becomes 0. Okay, so this reason here we in this triangle we consider that sine function. Okay, so this reason so sine theta, here we consider that theta is there. So sine theta is equal to y, it means opposite, and this one is a hypotenuse, y divided by a. So this reason y is a displacement of a particle along a y-axis. So this reason y is equal to a sine theta. Y is equal to a sine theta. Okay, so here y we consider the displacement along positive y-axis. Here we consider that amplitude and sine theta. So theta here we consider that this angle. Is it means a simple harmonic motion. It is a simple harmonic equation. It is represented by sine function or a cos function. Suppose along the x-axis, we consider that a cos theta is equal to. Suppose if we consider that a cos theta, then what happen? Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. It means x divided by a. So this reason x is equal to a cos theta. A is equal to cos theta. It means, so this one is the displacement of a section along positive y-axis, and this one we consider that a positive x-axis along x-axis value, and this one is along the y-axis value. Okay, so this reason here we consider that theta we consider that omega into t theta. Why? Because you already know that angular displacement value is omega, angular velocity omega is equal to theta divided by t. It means, so theta value we consider that omega into t. So that's why, so here y is equal to a sine omega t, or x is equal to a cos omega t. Yes, so this one we consider that angular frequency, sorry, omega into t, omega into. Suppose here I will draw another one diagram. So this one is a center, it means a mean position, and this one is the extreme position P and extreme position Q. Suppose here the particle start to moving from P to Q. From P to Q, then equation we consider that P to Q. O to P. O to P. So it means a positive x-axis. It means particle moving along the positive x-axis. So then equation we consider that y is equal to a sine omega t. A sine omega into okay, theta. Omega into t. Okay. Omega into t. Suppose it start to moving from O to Q. So that's what we consider that O to Q in this direction. So y is equal to minus 8 sine omega into t. Suppose it start to moving from P to Q in this direction. So y is equal to a cos omega into t. Okay. So this one we consider that O P to P to O, and this one is O to Q, and this one is O to P. Okay. Another one, suppose the particles start to move in Q to O. It means y is equal to Q to O. We consider that y is equal to a cos minus a cos omega t. So this one we consider that Q to O. Okay. So these are the equations of a displacement of a simple harmonic motion. And next one, we consider that another one concept. So that one is a graphical representation of a displacement with a time for a SHM. Okay, so graphical representation of a time with a SHM. So that one, SHM means a simple harmonic motion. Graphical representation of a displacement of SHM. Simple harmonic motion. It means so here we will use displacement and time by using displacement and time. Okay, you already know that period, it means a time period. Another one concept, phase. Before going to this representation, first we know that a phase. So phase means, so this one is a position of a particle at particular interval of a time. Position of a particle at a particular interval of a time. So that's one we consider that a phase. Okay, so here the graphical representation. Okay, so this one we consider that a wave, and the total time period from here to here. Total time period we consider that a t. So total time period is t. Okay, and initially t value is 0. Initially t value we consider that as 0. And this one is a mean position. So this one is mean position. And these two we consider that extreme position. And this one is a positive extreme position. And this one is a negative extreme position. So this position we consider that a plus a. And this extreme position, because of this one is a negative half of this cycle. So this one is a minus a. Maximum displacement. So this reason here we consider that a. Okay. So this one is P, Q, and R. Okay, so here O to R, total time we consider that a T. Total time is T. And here we have to make it a sum part of a time period. So total time T. So this time, this total time we consider that T. Okay, so total T. And this one is half of a time period. It means a T by 2. Half of a time period T by 2. And here fourth part of a time period. Sorry. So this one we consider that a half of a time period. Okay. So if you make it as a 4 part of a time period, so this one is a T by 4. And this one we consider that T by 2. And this one we consider that a 3T by 4. 3T by 4. And finally we consider that this time period is a T. Okay. So this time period make it has a 4 part. So fourth part, second part, third part, and the total here we consider that a single one time period. And here When it reaches extreme position, one is positive, another one is negative. Suppose, so this one is half and this one is half. Okay, so positive half of a cycle and negative half of a cycle. So positive half of a cycle, negative half of a cycle means here we will get one complete circle. So complete one circle. It means a theta value we consider that a 360. So this reason here we consider that theta value 360. It means here we consider that 2 pi. And this 360. So this one is initial position and positive half of a cycle, positive half of a cycle, sorry, fourth part, and this one is half. It means the initial is 0, make it as a 2 part. So 2 part, it means the total angle we consider that 2 pi. Initially 0, when it's complete one circle, it means 2 pi, and this one we consider that a pi. Why? Because 2 pi divided by 2. If you make it as a 2 parts, so this value is a pi. And pi again dividing into 2 parts. So this pi dividing into 2 parts here. It means so this value pi by 2. Okay. And here we consider that 3 pi by 2. So this position we consider that 3 pi by 2. Okay. So here total one circle 360, it means 2 pi, and here 270, and this one we consider that S, and here 180, and this one is 90. Okay, so this one is angle value 90, and this one we consider that a complete 180. Suppose this position, so this one is 270, and complete one circle we consider that 360. Okay, so here at a particular time interval, it means total time t. Here we consider that at a fourth of the time period, the position we consider that a 90. It means the position, it means the phase value we consider that a pi by 2. It means the position of the particle at particular interval of a time, so that's when we consider that a phase. Position of a time period at particular interval of a time, so that's one is a time period. So this reason here, the phase value at a t4th of a time, so that's when we consider that a pi by 2. So this one is a phase. And position of a particle at a half of the time period, so that's one is a 180. And 3/4, so that's one is a 270. And a complete one time period, so that's one position we consider that a 360. So this position at particular interval of a time, so that's one we consider that a phase. So this reason here, the general equation of a displacement of a particle, we consider that y is equal to a sine omega t plus pi. Okay. A we consider that a amplitude of a particle, and omega t plus pi we consider that a phase of a particle. And omega t plus pi we consider that a phase of the particle. It means a particular position of a particle at particular interval of a time. And pi we consider that epoch. Pi means, it means epoch means the initial position of a particle. Epoch means initial position of a particle. And here displacement always we consider that as 0. Displacement is always 0. Okay. So by using this equation, we have to make it as a number of equation. By using this single equation, we have to make it as a number of equations. For example, the phase value pi by 2, and this phase value 180, and this phase value 270, and this one we consider that 360. So the main equation by using phase concept, the displacement of equation y is equal to a sine omega t plus pi. Okay.